We want to convey a story with the game rather than just an empty playground, and quests are our primary way of delivering this. So we have landed on the Elias side, and this is a ranger. As you can see, it's a lot brighter out here, but we're running into the tower because well, there are two types of quests. There are the smaller side quests, and there are also the main mission quests. And the mission quests, they take you through the story of the game, from when you awaken as a character, you get the wings, and well, they more and more unveil the story as you progress. So we've been being told by this nice woman here that there's something fishy going on a pirate ship nearby. So we're going to check it out. Nice as she is, she's transforming us into a parrot. Very convenient, because this is a pirate ship, and pirates like parrots, so we're going to infiltrate the pirate ship with this parrot. Polymorph is basically a term to describe what happens when NPCs or potions transfer you into different shapes like this parrot one. In other scenarios you may have a wolf or a panther. It's just a lot of different situations you may encounter. Polymorphing is also apparent in some aspects of fighting, as some armors are actually polymorphing when you enter combat. So you may start out with a quite humble armor, but when you actually go into combat, it grows and new parts grow out. It might be worth mentioning, in a lot of games you might be frustrated when you run around looking for an NPC for maybe an hour and just can't find the guy. So what we're trying to do to get around this is that we're using the dictionary, which gives a small tidbit about the place or character. It allows you to quickly locate it on the map. Just get a red dot and you can run to this location. And not all locations are marked like this, because some on purpose have been hidden. But it's a good way to get around the frustrating moments of when you simply don't know where to go. So we have arrived at the captain's quarters in the pirate ship. And we're eavesdropping. And this is, as you can see, this is a cutscene. There wasn't a shorter one before. And cutscenes, they're going to be found all over the game. Because we think it's a very good way of involving the characters in the story, immersing the players in the game. And normally, maybe it would be a bit more lifelike, because we usually have cutscenes, voiceovers for these. But we're still working on localizing the game, so we don't have voiceovers in yet, but it's coming. So what we're hearing here is the pirate planning to launch a siege on a nearby Elias fortress. And we're working our way up the hierarchy, so we're going to help out. Unfortunately for us, they have this super parrot called Jin. I don't like him because every time he discovers that we're not a real parrot, he sort of blows our cover. And that's not good. And well, it doesn't matter, because normally we would run in there and try to finish them off. But since we're quite buffed up now, it would be too easy for us. We're just going to move on to another part of the game, because we want to show you some flying. And flying is probably one of the more apparent, key features of the game. Because as you may know, in Aion, every character gets the ability to learn how to fly. There we go. It's a bit risky here. He likes to base jump, my driver here. But then we made it, we're flying. And flying in Aion is regulated by a substance called ether. And ether, it's found all throughout the world. It was spread in the world after the world was shattered. And in some areas, such as this one, Elsnen, you will actually find that it's dense enough for the players to actually use it to float on, to fly. And you can see it by this fragment from the Tower of Eternity that has fallen down and landed here, and is just emanating the ether in the region. Flying, it works a bit like an engine. If you do it for too long without taking a break, you're going to overheat. And this also turns it more to a strategical thing, because you need to consider, when do I start flying? When do I stop flying? There will be skills that you use in midair against ground targets and against other air targets. So if you don't use the fact that you are in the air to your advantage, your opponent is going to use it to his advantage. So that's something to keep track of. It's introduced as, flying in general is introduced as a quite early level, at level 10. And you get to see more and more of it as you play through the game. But it doesn't come quite to its fullest until you reach the abyss. And you had a gate to the abyss, which is a floating iron ring in the air here. Normally, when we go through it, we would be teleported there. But you know, Abyss, it's a massive area. It's a massive PvP area. You need a lot of people to really show it. Plus, we're still polishing on some parts of it, so we're not going to show it right now.